Hello guys, welcome to another video. Today we are going to do paper 2-1 of October-November 2018. Let's move on to question number 1. The table shows the distance 10 people drive to work and the times they take. Part 1. On the grid, complete the scatter diagram to show this information. The first 4 points have been given to you, so we have to plot the rest. So distance is actually x. As you can see on the graph, it's x, and time is y. So let's find those points. The first point is 26, 35. 26 will be here. 35 is in between 30 and 40. And the next one will be 36, 34. 36 is here. 34 as well. It should be about this point. 29, 32. 29 is here. 32 should be here. Then we have 15, 18. 15 is here. 18, this point here. 20, 32. 20, 32 is here. And the last one will be 42, 50. 42 is here. It's here. 50 will be this point. Here we go. And that's it for our diagram. So now question part 2. What type of correlation does it show? As you can see, as the distance increases, the value of time goes up as well. If it is in this direction, it means that it is a positive correlation. Part 3. One of these 10 people is selected at random. Find the chance that this person drove less than 30 km to work. So we have to find how many people drove less than 30 km to work. So where is 30 km? 30 km is this line. So this line. Right. So anyone on this side drove less than 30 km to work. So which means, let's count. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. So the chance will be 6 over 10, which is 3 over 5. So 3 over 5 will be your answer. Part 4. Atik drive 48 km to work. 48. By drawing a line of best fit on the diagram, estimate the time Atik takes to travel to work. So let's first draw a line of best fit. Just try to use a different color here for this line of best fit. So we have to make it in the center, passing as through many points as possible. That will be my line of best fit that I have on my diagram. So now it says Atik drives 48 km. What is 48 km? 48 km will be about this point. So we have to estimate the time he takes to travel to work. So find the time for 48 km. So we have to go from 48, try to cut the graph first. And then how about the value for time? It will be here. So I have 55 for me. So my answer for part 4 will be 55 minutes. So that is part A of question number 1. Moving on to part B, it says that the table summarizes the time taken by 120 employees in a company to travel to work. So now we have 120 employees. Write down the model class. So the model is where the frequency is the maximum. So it is here. So the model will be 20 to 40 is the model class. Now calculate an estimate for the mean time. So when you have groups and you have to find mean time, you have to first find the midpoint of those groups. Let's call them x. So what is the midpoint of this group? It is 20 plus 0 divided by 2 will be 10. This will be 30. This will be 50. This will be 70. And last one is 90. So, and then we have to find the value of fx. F is frequency times x. This will be 290. So you can use your calculator here. 30 times 38, that will be 1140. Then we have 50 times 26, 1300. 70 times 21, 1470. 90 times 6, that will be 540. So this is the value for fx. So how do you find the mean time? The mean is the sum of fx, sum add all fx, divided by 120 employees. Okay, so let's add everything together. So 290 plus 1140 plus 1300 plus 1470 plus 540. That will be 4740 divided by 120. This will give you 39.5. So your estimate for the mean time will be 39.5 minutes. Now part C, part 3, work out the percentage of employees who took more than 1 hour to travel to work. So 1 hour is 60 minutes. So let's find out who took more than 1 hour. So this is 60 minutes or less than 1 hour. So more than 1 hour will be those two groups. So that will be 21 plus 6, that is 27, divided by number of employees times 100 for the percentage. So let's do that. 27 divided by 120 times 100, that will be 22.5. So your answer will be 22.5% of the employees took more than 1 hour to travel to work. This is part B, and this is question number 1. Question number 2. Dina owns a clothes shop. Part A. Mariam works in the shop. She works for 5 days each week from 10 a.m. until 6:30 p.m. So we know that 6:30 can also be written as 18:30 p.m. She has a break of 45 minutes each day. She's paid $10.20 each hour. She works, but she's not paid for the breaks. So first, let's find out how many hours does she work in a day. So 18:30 minus 10, that will be 8:30, minus 45 minutes for her break. That will be what? So let's find out. That will be 7:45. So she works for 7 3/4 hours for 1 day. So we have to find how much she's paid for 1 week. So 1 week is 5 days. She works 5 days every week. So let's do 7 3/4 times 5. That will be what? 7 3/4 times 5. That will be 38 3/4 hours per week. So she's paid 10.2 for every hour she works. How much is she paid for 1 week? So take this times 10.2. So times 10.2, that will be 395.25. Okay, so your answer will be 395.25. She's paid per week. Part B. Dina buys 25 dresses from a manufacturer. She pays a total of $400 for these 25 dresses. She sells all for $19.80. Find the percentage profit. So let's find out how much she sells everything for. So 25 times $19.80. That's the selling price times the number of dress. That will be 19.8. You will have $495. So she buys them for $400. So profit is $495 minus $400. That will be $95. So find the percentage profit. You have to do profit over cos times 100 for percentage. So 95 divided by 400 times 100, that will be 23.75%. Moving on to question part C. Dina sells a shirt for $15.66. The price includes an 8% tax sale. Calculate the cost of the shirt excluding the tax. So what you can do is you can first write let cost of the shirt equal to X. We know that when we add 8% on this, which means we have to add 8% on X, it will become 15.66. Find the value of X. So 15.66 divided by 1.08, that will be 14.5. So the cost is $14.50. Now the last part. Dina is saving to make improvements to her shop. She invests $3,500. So invest is always P, the principal, for 4 years, which is N, at the rate of 1.7 per year compound interest. So this is very important here. Compound interest. It is a different formula. Calculate the value of Dina's investment after 4 years. So we have to find the amount. Amount is P, 1 plus R power N. So what is P? P is 3,500 times 1. Rate is 1.7 divided by 100 for percentage times power N, which is 4, equal to what? Let's simplify. So let's do the inside first. 1 plus 1.7 divided by 100 power 4 times 3,500. That will be 3744.138. So now it says give your answer to the nearest cent, which means to 2 decimal places. So it will be 3744.14 for your answer in part D. So that was question number 2. Question number 3. The diagram shows a triangular field ABC. So we have ABC. We have AB as 95, BC as 132, and AC as 174 meters. Part A. Show that BAC is equal to 48.6. So BAC, find this angle here, is equal to 48.6. So since we know all the 3 sides of the triangle, we have to use cosine rule. So we write cosine of this angle, let's call it small a, is equal to 95 square plus 174 square minus 132 square, divided by 2 times 95 and 174. So let's simplify that. That will be 95 square plus 174 square minus 132 square divided by 2 times 95 times 174. That will be 0.661736. So how do you find the value of A? A will be cos inverse of the answer, which will be what? So let's find cos inverse of the answer. That will be 48.567. So your answer, correct to 1 decimal place, will be 48.6 degrees. Moving on to part B. The field is sown with flower seeds. Each square meter is sown with 3 grams. So 1 square meter has 3 grams of seed. Now it says the seed costs $8.50 for every 100 grams. If you use 100 grams, it costs $8.50. That's the information here. Question is, calculate the cost of flower seed needed for the field. So first we have to find the area of the field. So how do you find the area of the field? So we know this angle is 48.6. So we can use sine to find area of this field. So we have a formula for that, which is half sine this angle times these two sides, which is 95 and 174. So let's simplify. Half sine 48.6 times 95 times 174. That will be 6199.667, which is correct to two decimal place will be this. So let's find out. Let's bring this down here. So now we have the area. The area of the field is 6199.67 square meter. So we know that 1 square meter is 3 grams. So this much will be 6199.67. We have to multiply by 3. So multiply by 3, that will be 18,599. So 18,599.0 grams. So now we have to use this to find this answer here. So we know that 100 grams is $8.5. How much will be this much? So 18,599.0 will be 850 divided by 100 times this 18,599. Okay, so 8.5 divided by 100 times answer, that will be this much. So 1580.915. so your answer will be what? Correct to not correct, so we can write 1 to nearest cent. So 1580.92. That will be your answer for part B, and that was question number 3. Question number 4, part A. So first one is, we have the universal set is an integer between 1 and 10, inclusive of 1 and 10. So let's write down the set. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. That's the universal set. Now for set A, it is a factor of 20. It can be 1, 2, 4, 5, and 10. And it is a multiple of 4. It will be 4. It could be 8. And that's it. So part 1, complete the Venn diagram. So what is in common between those two? It is 4 is in common, and the rest for B is 8. And here we have 1, 2, 5, 10, and the rest will be outside, which is 7, 9, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So one more number is missing, which is number, so what is missing here? So 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10. Good. Part 2. State the number of A union B. So A union B is this big set. That will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Part 3. Describe in words the set A intersection B dash. So A intersection B dash will be this one. It is the elements that is only in A. Okay, so that is part B. So part 4 of part 3. That is part A. Let's move on to part B. So here we have 30 people are asked what type of fruit they like. So out of these people, 5 say they like both oranges and bananas. So we have O and B. And 12 say they like oranges. And 8 say they like neither oranges nor bananas. So by drawing a Venn diagram or otherwise, find the number of people who like bananas but not oranges. So let's find out. So we have two sets. and this is the universal set. Okay. So let's name this one banana and this one oranges. So 5 say they like both, so 5 like both banana and oranges. 12 say they like oranges, 12 is here, minus 5 is 7. 8 say they like neither. We don't know this one. So we have to find the value of x. So we can see that there's 30 people, so if we add everything up we have 30, so which means x plus 5 plus 7 plus 8 should be 30. This will be 20 equal to 30. X will be 30 minus 20, that will be 10. So answer will be 10 people likes only banana but not oranges. Now moving on to part 2. 2 of the 30 people are selected at random. So we select 2 people. Find the chance that they like oranges but not bananas. Find the chance they like oranges but not bananas. So the first one has a chance of 7 over 30, and the second one has a chance of 6 over 29. So let's simplify this. 7 divided by 30 times 6 divided by 29. That will be 7 over 145. So your answer for part 2 will be 7 145 for fraction. And that is question number 4. Question number 5, part A. Complete the table for y equal to this equation. So let's use our calculator. We have to replace x in this to find the value of y. So x equal to 4. So we first do the inside. 6 plus 2 plus 2x will be 4 minus 4 square. That will be minus 2 times 4, which is x, divided by 5. That will be minus 1.6. And as part B, now we have to draw the graph of this for minus 3 until 4. Minus 3 until 4. So the first point is minus 3, 5.4. So minus 3 is here. 5 is here. 0.4 will be here. That's the first point. Second point is minus 2, 0.8. Minus 2, 0.8 will be here. And next one is minus 1, minus 0.6. Minus 1, minus 0.6 will be here. And we have 0, 0. And we have 1, 1.4 here. 2, 2.4. 2, 2.4 will be here. And we have 3, 1.8. So 3, 1.8 will be this one. 1.8 is here. And the last one is 4 minus 1.6. 4 minus 1.6 will be here. Okay, so now we have to join all the points together to form the graph. So let's try our best to join all the points to form this graph. So this will be joining this point. So you have to try to make it as smooth as possible. Yeah, this will be the maximum point here. So as you can see, this is a cubic curve. It has 2 roots. And if you join these two now, okay, so that's the graph for y. So let's move on to part C. Part C tells you by drawing a tangent to the estimate the gradient at the point minus 2, 0.8. So where is minus 2, 0.8? Minus 2, 0.8 is this point. So let's draw a tangent to find the gradient. So try your best to make it go through 2 points so you can find the gradients. So that's the tangent to the point. So here I have this point and I have this point. So the first point that I have is minus 2.5 to the first point is minus 2.5 2, and the other one is here, minus 1, 2. Okay, minus 1, 2. So let's find out. Okay, so now how do you find the gradient? You have to use a formula, which is y2 minus y1. This is minus 2. So y2 is minus 2 divided by minus 1 minus, that will be minus 4 divided by 1.5. So let's use our calculator for that. So minus 4 divided by 1.5, that will be minus 2/3, which is minus 8/3. That's the gradient of the curve at this point. So now moving on to part D. Use your graph to solve this equation. So here we have to draw, so what does it mean is that we have to draw a line on the curve, on the graph, to solve this equation. So here we have y equal to x over 5, 6 plus 2x minus x squared. So here we have x plus, we have this same as here. So this is our initial equation, which is y equal to x over 5, 6 plus 2x minus x squared. So what is the value of this? Just this, because here we have only this, so this is equal to, we have to bring this here, it will be equal to 5y. So now let's replace this in this equation. So this is equal to 5y, so 5y is equal to 10. So y is equal to 10 divided by 2 will be 2. So which means we have to draw the line y equal to 2 to find where it intersects to find the x points. So let's draw the line first, y equal to 2. So where is that line? This will be the line. Okay. So here we go, that's the line y equal to 2. As you can see, it crosses to 1 point, 2 point, and 3 point. So let's find the value of x for those points. The first one is here, it is 1.5. Second one is here, which is 1 point, so 2.5, 2.7. And the last one is here. Sorry, it's on the red dot, it should be here, which is minus 2.3. Okay, so your answers for part D will be the points x. So the first one that we see is 1.5, 2.7, or minus 2.3. So write your answers in this section from the smallest, which is 2.3, 1.5, and 2.7. So this way will be the answers to this equation, and the way you solve this is to draw the line, this on the graph, to find where it intersects the graph. As you can see, we have 3 points, and those 3 are the answers for x. And that is question number 5. Question number 6. We have A, B, C, and D are points on the circle center O. So we have A, B, C, and D. We have TA and TC are tangents to the circle. These two are tangents to the circle. TDOB is a straight line. Now we have ATO is x. So ATO is x degrees. Part A, show that triangle OAT, so OAT, this triangle, is congruent to triangle OCT. This means the same. So there's a few ways you can prove they are the same. So one way is SSS. You can prove that all the sides are equal to each other. Or you can prove SAS, which means the angle and the sides around the angle are the same. So we can use that. It's pretty easy here. So let's observe. We know that OA is the radius, and this is also the radius of the circle. So this side and this side are equal. Now we observe this is tangent and this is the radius, which means this is 90 degrees, which is also 90 here. And if this is 90, this is 90, the same. So here we can know we can find this angle is 90 minus x. So let's write this down for now. 90 minus x for now. Just leave it here. So what is the other thing we know? We know that this is the same length for both. So OT is OT for both. So same for both. So let's write this down one by one. So the first thing we saw is that OA and OC are the same. So OA equal to OC because they are radius of the same circle. That's the first point. And then we say that the angle here is 90. So angle TOAT is equal to angle OCT, which is 90 because they are tangent to circle. And then now we have side AT equal to side CT. So AT equal to CT because they are tangent meeting at the same point. From A and C. Okay, so we have our three conditions. We proved that SAS, which means the angle in between and the two sides around are the same. So we proved that they are similar. Also, if you want to prove something, you can also write this is the same for both as well. You can find this angle, which will be also proving that all the sides are equal and all the angles are equal as well. So you can just write now AOT, triangle AOT is congruent to triangle OCT. So that's the first question, part A. Now part B, find in terms of x, giving your answers as simply as possible. Find the angle AOT. So where is AOT? AOT is this one. As we have seen, if this is 90, this will be 90 minus x. AOT will be 90 minus x degrees. Now part 2, find the angle OAB. Where is OAB? OAB. So find this angle. So we have to observe here. What is this angle here? This is the radius. This is the radius as well. So this angle will also be equal to this angle. So let's find out what is the value of these two. So this is a triangle here. 180 minus 90 minus x. It will be 90 plus x. So these two will be what? Divided by 2. That will be 45 plus x over 2 for one of those two. So we see that this is 90. Why? Because it is triangle over the diameter. This will be 90. So what is this one? This will be 90 minus this one, which is 45 plus x over 2. That will be 45 plus x over 2 will be your value for this angle here as well. So part B, 45 plus x over 2. Okay. So moving on to part number 3. Find the reflex angle ADC. What is the reflex angle ADC? This one. So we can have a look at these two shapes. So since they are congruent, means they are the same to each other. So we can first find the top and multiply by 2 to find this big angle here. So here it is a straight line. if this is, what is this one? This one is 45 plus x over 2. This will be what? 180. So what is this side? This side will be 180 minus 45 plus x over 2. So what is 180 minus, oh, so here I made a mistake. If you bring minus in, it will be minus here. So your answer for this part is actually minus. Okay. So this angle here will be what? So 180 minus 45, 135 minus x over 2. So this will be this. So what is the big one? The big one is you have to times 2. It will be, what is 135 times 2? That will be 270 minus x. This will be your answer for the reflex angle ADC. 270 minus x degrees. Now for part C, the radius of the circle is 6. Given that x is 35 degrees, work out BT. So where is BT? BT is this straight line, as you can see here, and we know now the angle x is 35. So how do you find BT? So from observation, BT is equal to BO, which is the radius of the circle given to us as 6, which is 6 plus OT. So let's take this triangle out. We have T, A, O. This is O, this is T, and this is the right angle triangle. So we know the radius is 6. We know the angle is 35. We need to find the length of OT. So we have to use SOHCAHTOA. SOHCAHTOA. So we are trying to find the hypotenuse, and we know the opposite side. So we have to use sine. So sine of 35 is 6 over OT. So let's find the value of OT. OT will be, let's bring this here. OT will be 6 divided by sine of 35. So let's find that. 6 divided by sine of 35, that will be 10.46, which is 10.5, correct to 3SF. So now BT is BO plus OT. OT is 10.5. So BT will be 16.5 centimeters. So your answer for part C will be 16.5 centimeters. So make sure that your work here is on the same page as your answer for your mark. So that's it for question number 6. Question number 7. The position vector OA of point A is -4, 7. And AB is 6, -3. Find the position vector OB of point B. So we know that OB is equal to OB minus OA, which is equal to 6 minus 3. So find the value of OB. OB will be 6 minus 3 plus OA, which is -4, 7. 6 minus 4 is 2. Minus 3 plus 7 is 4. So OB is 2, 4. Now part B, find the magnitude or modulus of AB. So AB is what? AB is 6 minus 3. So modulus, which is the magnitude, is square root of 6 square plus minus 3 square, which will be 36 plus 9, and that will be 45. So you can leave your answer like that. Okay, you can simplify. Okay, so it can be 6.708, or you can do that as well. What is 45? 45 is 9 times 5. That will be 3. So you can simplify this as well. Part C. Given that AB is 3 times CB, find the coordinates of point C. So we have to find OC. So we know AB. AB is what? AB is given to us as 6 minus 3 equal to 3 times what is CB? CB is OB minus OC. Okay, so we can simplify this. 6 minus 3 equal to 3 times OB. What is the value of OB? OB is equal to 24, as we can see here. 24 minus 3 OC. If you bring this here, we have 3 OC equal to, expand this one, we have 6 12 minus this one, 6 minus 3, that will give me 0, and 12 minus 3 is 15. So the value of OC, we have to divide this by 3, we will have 0, 5. So the points of C will be 0, 5. That is part C. Moving on to part D now. What does it say? The line L is parallel to AB and passes to the point -2, 5. So one more time, what is AB? AB is given to us as 6 minus 3. So let's draw a little sketch to see what is the direction of AB. So this is the point A. How do we go to B? So A is 6 and 3. So this is AB here, which is 6 and 3. So you have to ask yourself, what is the gradient of AB? So this is the same as well here. Gradient is always height by base. So height is 3, base is 6, and since it is going down, it will be minus. So the gradient will be, let's simplify, -1/2 for AB. So now for line L, since it is parallel to AB, it has the same gradient, which is -1/2. So using these 2 points, this is x and y, we have to find the equation of line L. So y minus 5, x minus -2 plus 2 equal to -1/2. So now we cross multiply, we have 2y minus 10 equal to -x minus 2. So 2y equal to -x plus 8. And this will be your answer for the equation of line L. Part 2. Line M is perpendicular to line L and passes through the origin, which is the point 0, 0. Find the equation of line M. So first we have to find the gradient of line M. So since it is perpendicular to line L, the gradient will be it will be the negative sign of the reciprocal of this one, which is -2. So that will be 2. So the equation will be x minus 0, y minus 0 equal to 2, which is y equal to 2x. That will be for the part 2 of question part D. Okay, and that's all for question number 7. Question number 8. The diagram shows part of a number grid. So you can see there's numbers here. That's the grid. A vertical rectangle enclosing 3 numbers is shown. So we have a rectangle and it has 3 numbers in the rectangle. And it says it can be placed anywhere on the grid. So we can move this rectangle anywhere on the grid. So, but every time it will have 3 numbers inside of the rectangle. The grid is continued downwards. Okay, so it's down, it goes on, right? So now we have, if n represents the number in the top of the rectangle, complete the rectangle with expressions in terms of n. So as you can see, so let's say 7 was n. What is this value? As you can see, there's a difference of 5. So this will be n plus 5. And for this one, it will be n plus 5 plus 5. You see, there's a difference of 5 every time. So plus 5 and plus 5 again. So these are the values in these three boxes. So first one is n, second one is n plus 5, and last one is n plus 5 plus 5 is n plus 10. Part B. Omar multiplies the top number, which is n, in the rectangle by the bottom number, which is n plus 10. He then squares the middle, which is n plus 5 square. He finds the difference between these two numbers. So let's find out. He multiplies n by n plus 10, which is the last one, and then find the difference between these two numbers using your answers in part A to show that the difference is always 25. So let's find out. So we can expand this. We have n squared plus 10n. Here we have n squared plus 10n plus 25. So expand. What do we have? N squared plus 10n minus n squared minus 10n minus 25. Okay, so this, this. So what's remaining is minus 25, but this is actually the difference, so difference is 25. So your answer is 25, shown as required. Okay, so now moving on to part C. Lena places a rectangle on the grid. She then adds the three numbers in her rectangle. The sum of the three numbers is 174. Find the largest number in Lena's rectangle. So we know that the first number is n, the second number is n plus 5, and the third one is n plus 10. So if she adds all three together, it gets 174. Let's find out. So we have to find the largest number in the rectangle. So as you can see, the largest number is this number. So we want to find this value. But first, we need to find the value of n. So we know that n plus 5 plus n plus 10 is equal to 174. So n plus n is 3n plus 15 is 174. So 3n is equal to what? 174 minus 15, that will be 159. So what is the value of n? Divide by 3, that will be 53. So that is n, but we want to find the value of n plus 10. So plus 10, it will be 63 for the largest value in Lena's rectangle. And that was question number 8. Question number 9, part A. The volume of a sphere is 4 over 3 pi r cube. Surface area of a sphere is 4 pi r square. So now we have the diagram shows a lamp A. This is A. It is made in the shape of a cylinder with a hemisphere on top. So this is a cylinder here and a hemisphere on top, which is half a sphere. The radius of the hemisphere and the radius of the cylinder are both 3 and 3. Same radius. The height is 24 centimeters. This height. So the first thing we can ask ourselves is, what is the height of just the hemisphere? As you know that a sphere is a circle of radius, so the height is the radius as well. It will be 3. So the height of the hemisphere will be 3. So moving on to part 1, show that the volume of lamp A is 650 correct to 3SF. So how do you find the volume of this shape? So you would say the volume is two parts. Volume will be equal to volume of cylinder plus volume of hemisphere. Okay, so first thing, let's find volume of cylinder. Cylinder will be pi r square h. That's a formula we need to know. So pi r is the same, square h is the height of the cylinder. Height of cylinder is what? 24 minus 3 is 21. Plus volume of the hemisphere. We know the volume of sphere is this. Hemisphere will be half of this. That will be 2 over 3 pi r cube. R is 3 cube. So let's simplify that. We have pi, this is 9 times 21, so 9 times 21, 189 pi, plus here we have 2 times 9, that will be 18 pi. So we have these two, so let's use our calculator here. So we have 189 pi plus 18 pi for the answer. Pi plus 18 pi, I will have 650.3096. So your answer correct to 3SF, it will be 60 this. So 650.0, so same as this, as shown as required. Now moving on to part 2. Calculate the curved surface area. So what is the curved surface area of A? So let's name it curved area of A. We know it's a curved surface area of the cylinder and the curved surface area of the hemisphere. So it is C of the cylinder plus curved surface area of the hemisphere. So how do we find this? We know by formula it is 2 pi r h plus what is the curved surface of the hemisphere? So the sphere is 4 pi r, so hemisphere is only half, so we have 2 pi r squared for the hemisphere. Okay, so now we just have to replace the values in this equation, so pretty easy. 2 pi r is 3, h for cylinder is 21, plus 2 pi r squared, which is 9. So let's simplify. We can use our calculator here. 2 pi times 3 times 21 plus 2 pi times 9, that will be 452.38. So 452.389. So 3SF, that will be 452.0. So your answer for part 2 is 452.0 centimeter square. Moving on to part 3. The lamp B is similar to lamp A. So we have lamp A and lamp B now. The volume of lamp A is 450. So we know that A and B, the volume, A we know it's 650, and for this one is 450, and the unit is centimeter cube. Now it says calculate the total height of lamp B. So what is the total height of lamp A? We know the height of lamp A is 24. Okay, so we need to find this value here, the total height of lamp B. The units here at H, as you know, the height is centimeter. So how do we convert cube to centimeter? So we have to do cube root of 650 to cube root of 450 to convert this to centimeter. So basically what I'm saying is that 24, it represents cube root of 650. So I need to find what does this represent in terms of H. So let's find out. So what does H represent? So H represent cube root of 450 by the ratio in centimeter. So how do you find the value of H? So you have to compare. So let's write this down here. I wonder if we can simplify this or not. Let me try to see if it is exact or not. So cube root of 650, no, it's not an exact value, so that's fine. We can leave it like that first, and we can find the value directly. So let's find out. So what is 1? So this equal to this and this equal to this. So what is the value of this? So pretty easy. So 1 will be 24 divided by cube root of 650. So this will be 24 divided by cube root of 650 times cube root of 450. So let's solve this to find the value of h. Okay, we can use our calculator here. So we have 24 divided by cube root of 650. So 24 divided by cube root of 650 times cube root of 450. That will be 21.2 for the height of lamp B. So now moving on to part B, the mass of lamp C, so we have a third lamp C, is 340 grams, correct to the nearest 10th gram. So let's find the upper and lower bound of this lamp C. So measurement plus minus 10 divided by 2. So we have 345 and 335 as the upper and lower bound of this mass. 8 of these lamps are placed in a packing case. So we take 8 of them. The total mass of the packing case and the 8 lamp is 4.2 kg, correct to the nearest 0.1 kg. So one more time. This is the measurement, plus minus 0.1, up and lower bound. So here we will have, divide by 2 actually. Same thing here, same thing here. We will have 4.25 here and 4.15 for the lower bound. Question is, calculate the upper bound of the mass of the packing case when empty. So we have to find the upper bound of packing case. So how do you find the mass of the packing case? So as you can see, you will first need to take the total mass minus the 8 lamps to find the packing case. So if you want to find the upper bound of a difference, you have to take the max value minus the minimum value, so we can obtain the max difference, if that makes sense, right? So let's find out what is the upper bound of the total mass. So total mass here is the case and the lamp is 4.2, so upper bound is 4.25 kg minus the minimum of the 8 lamps. Lamps here, upper bound, lower bound of lamp is 335 grams times 8 of those and divide by 1000. Why? Because this is grams and we have to find them in kilogram. So now we just have to solve. So 335 times 8 divided by 1000, that will be 2.68. 4.25 minus 2.68, that will be 1.57 kilogram. So 1.57 kilogram for your answer in part B. And that's it for question number 9. Question number 10. The diagram shows a prism with a rectangular base. So this is a rectangle base, as you can see here, 15. This is 15 and the width x. The cross section of the prism is a right angle triangle. It's a right angle triangle. The height of the prism is 4 centimeter less than its width. So width is x, height will be 4 centimeter less, which is x minus 4 for the height. Now it says the volume of the prism is 440 centimeter cube. So how do you find the volume of a prism? You have to take the area of the cross section times the length of the object to find the volume of this object. So what is the area of this cross section? It is a right angle triangle. So triangle, we know that volume is area of cross section times length is 15. We have to find this. So we know that how to find the area of a triangle. It is half times base, which is x, times height, x minus 4, times 15 will be equal to 440. That is given to us. So now we have to try to simplify. So I will bring this here on this side. So I can just multiply by 2 everywhere. We will have x square minus 4x here times 15. It will be 880. Okay, so now let's try to simplify. So that we can divide by 5 on both sides. So let's do that. So 880 divided by 5. What do you have? You have 176. That will be 176, and divided by 5 here we have 3, and we have x squared minus 4x. Okay, let's bring this here to continue. So expand this bracket. We have 3x squared minus 12x equal to 176. So if you bring this over here, we have 3x squared minus 12x minus 176 equal to 0. So this is exactly the same as this, so we have shown as required. Moving on to part B, solve the equation. This is the same equation here. Show your answer, show your work, and give your answers correct to 2dp. So when you see this, you know that you have to use the formula, which is minus b plus minus b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. So here a is 3, b is minus 12, and c is minus 176. So let's replace those values in this equation to find the value. So x is equal to minus b, which will be 12, plus minus square root of minus 12 squared, minus 4 times a times c, divide by 2 times a. Okay, so let's try to simplify this one now. So what is, so we have 12 squared minus 4ac. So let's do that. 12 squared minus 4 times 3 times minus 176. That will be 2256. Okay, let's write this down. So 12 plus minus 2256 divided by 6. So these are the two values of x. So let's take one by one. So x can be, the first one is plus. Let's try that. So 12 plus square root of 2256 divided by 6. That will be 9.92. The first one is 9.92, and the other one is 12 minus square root of 2256 divided by 6. That will be minus 5.92. Minus 5.92. So the two values of x will be minus 5.92, or it can be 9.92. So now you have to know, what does x represent? As you can see here, x represents the width of this object, so it cannot be negative. So you know that moving on, you have to take x as this value for the next questions. So part C, find the height of the prism. So what is the height? The height is x minus 4. So x is 9.92 minus 4. That will be 5.92. 5.92 centimeter for the height of the prism. So now part D, it says a line is drawn on the surface of the prism from B to F. Another line is drawn on the surface from A to F. So we have two lines are drawn, and find the angle AFB. So let's find out where's the line. The first line is drawn from B to F, B to F. So let's join them together and see what do we have. So this is the first line, and then the second line is drawn from A to F, A to F. And we need to find the angle AFB. We need to find this angle here. Okay, so what do we see? We see that BAF is another triangle, which is also right angle. We know this is the height. The height, we know that it is 5.92 from part C. This is the height, and we need to find this angle. So we see that this is x. X is 9.92, and since this is a rectangle, the base, every side is, it has a right angle on every side. So if you look at triangle ACF, so ACF is also a right angle triangle here. We can find the hypotenuse. We know this side and this side. What is the length of AF? So let's first find the length of AF. So we have to do AF square is equal to 15 square plus 9.92 square. So AF square is equal to 15 square plus 9.92 square. That will be 32341. What is the length of AF? You have to do the square root of the answer. That will be 17.98. That will be 18.023 SF. So AF has length of 18. So you have to find this angle. So if you look at this, let me just take this out to the next page. So we have what? We have B to A and then A to F as this. So we know this is A, this is B, and this is F. This is right angle, and the height is 5.92 and the base length is 18. We'll just find out here, and then we have to find this angle. So we can use SOHCAHTOA to find the angle here. So here we have the adjacent, which is A. We have the opposite side, O, so we have to use tan. So tan, let's call it x. So tan of small x is equal to opposite side divided by 18. So x will be tan inverse of the answer. So let's do that. So 5.92 divided by 18, and tan inverse of the answer, that will be 18.2 degrees. So your angle AFB will be 18.2 degrees. And that's it for question number 10. Question number 11, part A. Express as a single fraction in its simplest form. So the first thing you see is that the base are different. So you have to find the LCM of the two base. So how do you do that? You have to multiply by each other. So x minus 2, and then we just cross multiply. So 4x minus 2 minus 3 times 2x minus 3. So now we just have to simplify these two. So we have 4x minus 8 minus 6x plus 9 over the same fractions, and then we have to simplify. So 4x minus 6x, that will be minus 2. X minus 8 plus 9 is 1, so 1, and will be over the same base, and this will be your answer for part 1, part 1A, part A. So part B, now we have to simplify this fraction, so you have to take one by one. So the top is 4x squared minus 9. So we realize that this is actually 2 squared, x squared minus 3 squared, which is 2x squared minus 3 squared, and this is just like 2x plus 3, 2x minus 3, just like a squared minus b squared, right? And now for the base, we have 2x squared minus 7x minus 15. So we have to factorize this equation. So 2x squared is 2x times x, and 15, we know 15 is 1 times 15. It can be 3 times 5. So we have to have minus 7. So how do we get minus 7 in this place? So I will put 5 here. So we have 2x times 5, but it needs to be minus. So 2x times minus 5 is minus 10, plus 3 to have minus 7. So this is your answer for the factorization of this. So now we will place back in the fraction. So we have the top is 2x plus 3, 2x minus 3, divided by the base is 2x plus 3, x minus 5. This and this are the same. So what's remaining? It is 2x minus 3 divided by x minus 5. And this is your answer for part B. So this was the last question of this paper. If you guys have any questions or requests, please leave a comment down below. I will get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you for watching.